G'day, howdy, welcome back to Top 5. Today's subject is something that's very close to my heart, music. As a music producer by trade and a gamer by, well, just a gamer, I'm going to be counting down my top 5 video game soundtracks. Number 5, Fable II. Written and produced by Russell Shaw, the game is brought to life through its colourful soundtrack. Fable's main theme was written by the weirdly wonderful Danny Elfman, who you may know from every Tim Burton film ever and The Simpsons. The combination of the incredible voice acting and musical bed creates such an atmosphere, which I really loved about this game. Probably more than the actual gameplay itself. I often found myself wandering around town just listening to the loops and the sound effects because they're just beautifully done. As a personal favourite, the Fairfax Castle theme itself would put this at number 5 on my list. Probably my favourite game of all time. Number 4 on my list is The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. The score was composed by Jeremy Soule, and thanks to his work, MTV awarded the game Best Score in 2006, the year of its release. One of my favourite moments in Oblivion was wandering around listening to the beautifully atmospheric music, complementing the scenery around it, to having that all ruined by the panic of hearing the battle music being triggered. As an extremely immersive soundtrack, every time I listen to it, I'm instantly transported back to Oblivion, playing as my wood elf and exploring every little detail of the map. By Azura, by Azura, by Azura, Oblivion is my number 4 choice for my top 5 soundtracks. An odd addition to this list, but still probably one of my favourite soundtracks ever in a video game. Number 3 on my list is The Sims 1. I don't think anything hits the inner nostalgia like the Sims 1 soundtrack. With songs composed by Jerry Martin and Mark Rosso, the sound of smooth jazz and bossa nova with the occasional piano sonata really made playing this game an absolute delight. Often when playing The Sims 4, I'll mute the music and put the soundtrack on repeat. Actually, I'll find any opportunity ever to put the soundtrack for Sims 1 on repeat. Just ask any of the guys in Concrete Donkey, I probably annoyed them with it enough already. The Sims is number 3 on my list, which is probably the amount of times I'm going to be listening to Boss Sim Nova after filming this video. Not only is this one of my favourite games ever, it has one of my favourite soundtracks and one of the most nostalgic scores from my childhood. Composed by Martin O'Donnell, the game opens with what can only be described as a Gregorian chant, and a powerful one at that. I'm nearly certain I could ask any gamer, no matter how casual, to hum the main theme, and they would. These themes are replicated in later Halo series with a larger budget, and by this stage the attention of some world-renowned artists. Halo 2 and 3 were produced by the legendary Nile Rodgers, and the official album release had appearances from Incubus and Breaking Benjamin. I'll never forget storming the beaches in a silent cartographer, with a rock anthem to save the world playing over the top. It was such a great moment in the game. You don't even get me started, because I will be here all day. Now, with a slight change of costume, I'll give you one guess. Of course, you may have got it, Red Dead Redemption. Composed by Bill Elm and Woody Jackson, it's one of the most interesting soundtracks to look into. The whole thing was written in A minor at 130 beats per minute, which meant there was so many opportunities for the composer to have. For instance, when I'm having a Mexican standoff and I'm ready to shoot my opponent, and I expertly draw and snipe him in the head, guitar chord comes in. Fantastic, I love it. Let me know in the comments what your top 5 soundtracks are, because I'd be really interested to hear them. If you want to see more of our content, you know what to do. There's a little button over there, so go and press that one. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Stay beautiful. I think it's time for a glass of wine, so I'm gonna